All right, everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're here, obviously you're here to watch part 2 of the documentary of Mcfly on the third floor. I believe that's what it's called, right? On the third floor?
Mm,
That's right. That being said, it's part 2. We really enjoyed part 1, hearing Danny and Tom speak about their writing process and some of their memories. It was 9 years after the debut album of this documentary, and it's just funny. We said before we're now reacting to that video 13 years after it was made. So that's just crazy how fast time actually goes. Without further ado, here we go. Nathan, part 2.
Numero dos.
I didn't really have any expectations.
No?
Didn't really, I don't think. I just thought we were going with the flow. We were getting guided by our managers quite well. We were excited about stuff and just writing and being really open-minded in our writing. Just going for just taking the advice in, really, because it was, for us, it was
we
a big
didn't really
thing.
overthink it. It was just enjoying it while we're here, like having a good time. It's exciting, you know. It's funny with the first album songs because they're so long ago.
And it went really quick. It
So
went
long
really
ago.
quick. Like that part of our career. We were so busy.
And also, I think probably more so with the first album than any. Like, we'd lived with those songs for ages before we actually recorded the album.
Yeah.
The longest out of all of our albums that we'd actually had songs, rehearsed them. Because we spent a whole, 6 months in rehearsals. Working on all the songs. And then we went to the studio in December and started recording them. So it's one of those ones where the recordings didn't sound how we played. You know what I mean? It was suddenly they became actual recordings of the songs that we've just been playing for ages.
I wonder if the rehearsal was longer because they're still they're better musicians now than they probably were then. So I wonder if the rehearsals are partly just let's get better at our actual instruments.
Yeah, well, it's what's a rehearsal?
Practice.
like learning, right? They're learning what a rehearsal is at the same time as how to rehearse and what to rehearse, and
So I suspect they probably don't do that anymore. 6 months per album. Yeah.
And it then suddenly became a job. And it was like, this is awesome. This is our job every day. We're getting paid to come and make demos. And what's good about demos is that anything goes for that time. It's creative time, and it's just awesome to you know that it's not finished and other stuff can go on it.
Yeah.
It's funny hearing the songs now with our voices and the way we play it live and just the groove that we've got as we've become a better band over the years, so we're playing it a lot better. So Five Colours and Obviously and Room on the Third Floor, every time we play that, it's epic now.
I don't hear it the way those songs aren't the way they are on the record. When I hear the album, I think, oh god, I forgot they sound like that. That isn't the way I see them.
Yeah, for me, Five Colours is like Green Day, sort of heavy, big riff thing. Obviously, it's just a groover that is a great pop song.
Yeah, when I think of.
So that speaks to, I think, our experience, or at least my experience with them as we watched their progress, because it feels like the first, and I can't remember the exact first video that we watched of them.
No, I don't remember.
It feels like some of the first videos that we watched was their early stuff.
Yep.
And I was a little bit on the fence about them at the time.
I remember.
Just felt a little bit that they were a little bit oh yeah, it's kind of like a fast kind of Green Day sounding band.
Yeah.
But as they've matured, and it's funny them even talking about how they go back and hear that sound, they're kind of oh, that's what we used to sound like.
Right. No, I agree. Yeah. And there was that 2020 concert that we saw. I think it was 2021 or something in Rio, where they have matured, and the songs we're talking about now has, even years later after this documentary, their sound continues to mature, and those early songs don't sound like they do on the album anymore. That's what they're saying is as they've grown and not changed, but as they've evolved as a band, their songs have kind of evolved with them. They sound more mature and different, even a little bit different now. That's very common for most bands. You hear, again, it doesn't matter. I can name a variety of different bands, but when I go to concerts and I hear a song that's an older song from the band, you hear it with how they're playing today and sounding today in those terms, the songs do sound different. There's still that song, but it's not the song you hear on the studio. So it goes for them as well. So they're experiencing that here in their career.
Those songs, I just think of them a lot like how we play it live.
Yeah.
So it's the best way to compare it is get someone who's in their like mid-20s to look at a picture of themselves when they were 16 or 15.
Oh boy.
And you naturally think, oh my God, I look like a complete idiot. Now times that by 1 million because you record it.
It's different now. I was really quite handsome when I was 16 to 20. Oh man, if my 6-year-old self, that's what you look like when you're 48. Oh boy, what happened to ye?
And and you look really young, and everyone else has heard that.
It's like, when you listen to yourself on a family recording.
Oh yeah, your voice sounds so high.
Is that how I sound?
Yeah.
Still, really, it's different though because you're fond of it because it brings back memories. It's because you're young. Like we were obviously like 17, 15, 16, 17, 18 between all of us. Yeah, it's all us writing it. That's the other thing as well. Like suddenly spending all this time writing songs, and then people being like, they don't write their songs. It was still now, 8 years later, people still don't think we write our songs.
Someone can.
Well, like if people would be like, I remember being like, "Do you actually like your music?" Like, no. Idiot.
That reminds me of you when you start playing the harmonica on our videos on the blue. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, there you go. Let's see if you can match it. Let's see it. Let's go back. I'm going to go back. You match it. Here you go.
Okay.
Let's try it again.
No.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I can't do that.
Okay. How about we try this one? I can see you getting that, though. I can see you doing that at some point.
Tapping the foot and figuring it out. Yeah, eventually. I'll get there eventually.
Like in our first couple of years, we only wrote in hotels. Really.
Yeah, there was a nice vibe because we ain't got to the stage where we were going out. It was more like
fast.
Just got milkshake and sit in the room till 4 in the morning.
Yeah. Like we never used to go out really.
Or go to the bar. We didn't know anything about that.
Yeah. Like we used to get like being like creative and like.
Littering,
$500 fine.
It's like a free ticket to
the best
concert.
Songs always like 2 in the morning. You can't write in the day.
Oh, really? Okay.
You can't. You can continue writing, but the ideas, and like when you get excited, it's always like midnight to 4 in the morning, and then you get up the next day and it's like, wow, it really is that good. It's wicked. But that's the thing that we do. Like we always have, like we have this dare to suck thing where you just say, right, daring to suck. If it's like an idea that's completely out there, like I'm daring to suck, banjo solo.
Like our channel.
And then you have to just say it. Like
every time we react,
it's the most ridiculous ideas.
We're daring to suck.
Well, I just want to say what he's talking about here, which is it's the concept that people screw up all the time. Is like you sit, they're trying to make this really good song, and you get tunnel vision because all you're doing is focusing on making a great whatever, something you're gonna write or something you're gonna paint or something you're gonna create, whatever. Mm-hmm. The more you focus on trying to make something great, the more it sucks. Where it's a paradox. So the opposite is actually more true. The less you care about whether it's good or not, the more likely you're going to strike gold along the way, right? Again, like our channel, right? We don't care. Like we just kind of throw it all out there, and then once in a while we hit something that's really fantastic, and it explodes, and we really enjoy it. And yeah, I think that's kind of the correct model for creativity.
Agreed. Every now and then we do something pretty good. Every now and then.
Every now and again.
Yeah.
The best. So we've got dare to suck is that kind of thing. We've always kind of had that. Most of the weird stuff now just comes from Dougie.
Yeah, I mean, he's super weird.
The thing is, when you say, "Oh, we've got a song called Broccoli," people are like, "What the hell is that?" But it's not actually that weird.
No, it's not.
It's just the first line in the song, and I like it. Everything was going the way I planned. The broccoli was done. You're cooking dinner for a girl.
Ridiculous.
It's wicked. I really like that.
Everything was going just the way I planned. The broccoli was done. She doesn't know that I'm a virgin in the kitchen, 'cause it's normally my mom. But then she called me, and that's when she said to me, she wasn't coming round to tea. I should have known much better, but it's so hard to get together. She keeps playing me around, but I'm trying so hard to impress her. She puts me under so much pressure, and I just wanted her to let me know she cares. Blowing out the candles now, and that's the way she treats me. I'm a fool. Everyone will tease me now, and rumors start to spread around the school. They say that I'm a loser, but that girl's so cool. But I keep feeding her the fuel. I should have known much better, but it's so hard I can't forget her. She keeps playing me around, but I'm trying so hard to impress her. She puts me under so much pressure. I just wanted her to let me know she cares. 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 I should have known much better, but it's so hard I can't forget her, and I just wanted her to let me know. Yeah, I should have known much better, but it's so hard to forget her. She keeps playing me around, but I'm trying so hard to impress her. She puts me under so much pressure, and I just wanted her to let me know that she cares. That's all about.
The little extra notes at the end.
I love that they're like playing with a GoPro as the music video for that. It's just, yeah, let's see what we can do. Yeah, let's zoom in, zoom out. Oh, let's stick it in a sink and put our heads in it.
Yeah.
It feels like something you and I would do.
Sure. Well, they're making like it's. I don't know who edited the video. Obviously, they would have a team that edited all this footage together. So it just goes to show you how they could have just made that easily into a music video. That would have been the music video. And like, oh yeah, there you go, a music video. You don't have to be too crazy necessarily for music videos. Also, they were playing in the bathroom. The acoustics in the bathroom, not too shabby. Not too shabby.
That's pretty good.
I thought I recognized the song. I asked in our chat if we knew this one. I thought we'd heard before. But again, we heard the rock and roll or the heavier version or the most recent version.
Familiar.
Yeah, Live and Real is where we saw that. So I wish we had it in front of us right now. I'd be kind of curious to see right now that like just a snippet of the transition of what it sounded like when we heard the concert version of it. But yeah, I mean, great harmonies again. Yeah, you can see just even at a young age or as a young band, just already their songwriting prowess, which can be kind of scary. And it's happened to a few bands. We've mentioned this before, where a band or an artist will have a great couple of first albums, because they have all this songs that they've been storing and compositions that they've been storing. Now they get to release it, right? Now finally I get to put this on an album. I got all this out, and then by their third album, like no, I don't. It's a danger that any human would have. It's got nothing against these people. They can create a wonderful 1 or 2 albums, but you get to that third and fourth album, some artists start drowning a little bit because they're like, oh, I got to keep writing songs. I've been working on those other ones for like the last 15 years since I was a teenager, let's say, or something, or 10 years old. I mean, so it's interesting to watch these guys continue to create music after their debut album, because that's probably the hardest part I would suspect the hardest thing isn't even the second album, because a lot of second albums are songs that maybe didn't make the first album, and they do a couple, like, you don't know that, but a lot of bands will just have enough material for 2 albums, so when they release another album a year or 2 later, they kind of already had half an album's worth to go. It's the third and fourth album where you start to see how a band is really like, can they keep doing this? Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Thought occurred to me on that one, but hello?
Yeah. It's that
Room on the First Floor is so special to me. It's actually the first album that I've ever bought.
Ooh.
I really love Mcfly, and I just want to say thank you for bringing your music to my life. Love you.
Oh, love you too. It's very sweet. Shut up, I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah. Why do you guys always come here? Play in the hallways.
Yeah.
We weren't a successful band or anything. It was just like these 2 random youngsters staying at like a really nice 5-star hotel in Park Lane. Like running around at midnight throwing darts up at the ceiling. 3. Is enough room for 336? 363. 363.
There is a 363.
That's right, must be up this way then.
363. 362.
I didn't realize Danny had that many tattoos on him. I don't know why. I didn't realize. Oh. Like he's got them on his backside too and everything.
Where is it? It's disappeared.
Is there a room missing? Like Wendell.
Why would that be the only number that's not hit? 364. 365. So it should be down here. 360. So this should be 361, and this should be 363.
Oh, they changed it. Now it's private.
Private.
363. 362. 364.
What?
Yeah, no. It's this corner
Is it?
is
Left.
yes.
Awesome.
And check your curtains. Okay.
Oh, is she in trouble? The other worker seems like she's very serious. Is he the other worker?
You're about to be fired. Just letting
He's
you know.
not here. Where is he?
Room 363 doesn't exist anymore.
Doesn't exist, and we've even asked somebody who works here, and she just laughed at us. Maybe it's the room that. Don't want to go in there, mate. Maybe it's one of them. Something happened where they had to get rid of it.
Yeah.
It's not murder or something.
They go open the door. They go open the door, and it's them from the past still working on their album.
That's it. Look.
Oh, that's it, yeah.
Oh, that's where we used to sleep.
I thought you had old pyjamas there.
Yeah. Just down his bed. I slept down there most nights. We still got the sprinkler.
Oh yeah. Shower.
Room on the third floor. going up to sleep.
Title track, I
One
guess.
bed is broken, next room is smoking, air conditioning standing. And outside it's raining, hear the guest upstairs complaining about the room that's got the TV too loud. I guess the times like these remind me that I got to keep my feet on the ground.
Wake up early, around 7:30. Housekeeping knocking on my door. Do not disturb sign, the back of her mind. I must have left it on the floor. My eyes are hurting from the tea that I'm cutting. Sunlight creeping through from them now. 'Cause times like these remind me that I've got to keep my feet on the ground.
It's just a little slower, but
Yeah, yeah.
Na 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 na. Na 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 na. It's at times like these remind me. It's at times like these remind me. It's at times like these remind me that I got to keep my feet on the ground.
it's just a slower. It's a little bit slower, quieter version of that song.
Na 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 na. Na 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 na. It's the times like these remind me.
Times like these, yeah.
It's the times like these remind me. I guess the times like these remind me that I got to keep my feet on the ground.
Impressive. I think we heard. Did we hear that before? I think we heard that before.
Yeah. But with these songs, I feel like I get these little hints. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds familiar. Maybe I've heard that. But I didn't quite recognize it from the beginning.
You know, two kids that are just living in a hotel, living the high life. Can't even go out and have a drink. But we sit around munching on chocolate milkshakes and writing some tunes. You know, that's like, it's become a classic album, and I think it's amazing to think that you've had an impact on someone's life.
Yeah, this place, like, it always, like, means a lot to us. Like, whenever we drive past it, we think, oh, I always say to people, oh, that's where we wrote our first album. It always brings back a lot of memories. It's nice to come back, because we never, like, we always drive past, we never come in. And even though it's changed, you know, they've refurbished it and stuff, still smells the same, still feels the same. It's good, like, it's really nice coming back in, reminiscing after 8 years.
It's a massive, massive part of our career, because it's where everything started, history was made, and it was just so important, that time of our life, because we had the future. You know, it was creating our future, and yeah, it just means so much. I think it's, but yeah, it was just a huge, huge part of my life, and a huge part of our fans' life.
It's still weird thinking that people know our songs, like the songs that we wrote here, thinking that people know the words and sing. Like, I don't think you ever really get used to that, or like ever really like consciously aware of it. No, it's you know, it's amazing that, you know, people love our songs and get emotionally attached to music that we write. And, you know, it's a really cool feeling.
Oh wow. Yeah, it would be pretty cool to see or hear, like you're at a concert and you've composed something and the people sing along in the crowd. Like, I wrote that, and you got these people that you don't know are not only are they singing along to what you wrote, but they're enjoying it and they're singing it back at you. Obviously, we just have a silly little channel here that we do, but it's not to the same degree. But I get a little bit of the like, oh, we do little silly things, and some of our longtime watchers of our channel know some of our jokes or our inside humor or things like that. So it is kind of weird when you do something that other people appreciate. You're like, oh, it's interesting. So I can only imagine what it's like for obviously music artists to create something and have it be appreciated and kind of reciprocated back in that way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like that insight that you gave, because that wasn't what I was thinking about, but I agree.
Okay.
That's something that like we get on a very small level.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking more about, I'm impressed with Tom's confidence. His like he said that earlier about the dare to suck idea. It's fine to not be great at something. It's, to not really be that good at sometimes, and to just, he seems to be okay with, I don't want to call it cheesiness because that's not what it is, but he's just kind of like, he's got the camera and he's kind of like, let's keep running this camera like this. I'm imagining, could I do something like that and not just feel stupid?
Sure.
I don't know if I could. I mean,
I think you could. Well, that's part of is do you try? I can see you trying at the very least. Yeah.
But I'm impressed by that, and it makes me think, excuse me, that I could be more like that. I could let go of a lot of my inhibitions about, what people think about what I'm doing. Sure. It's always funny because as I'm saying that out loud, like, I know you're going to find some thumbnail from this interaction right here where you're going to catch me going,
no, I'm not gonna. That's too easy. I won't do anything that's on purpose.
You're gonna find some like my face is all messed
all right.
up.
Stop
anyway,
it.
So that's what, like, I'm just like saying it out loud. My brain goes, oh, but somebody's gonna see that, and then, so I should just be very careful and normal. And anyway, I watch Tom and I think, like, he seems to just let go of that. Who cares if there's a screen grab that looks hilarious or whatever? We're all human.
No, I really appreciate Tommy's Dare to Suck motto. That's what the challenge I gave.
I knew it. I knew it.
That's the challenge I gave my wife on our first date. Okay, all right. Come on. Why would you have to ruin such a good video?
Say my words for me.
All right, guys. Okay. Everyone, hey, thanks for seeing it for this awesome Patreon pledge. We appreciate it, and I'm sure there's more Mcfly to come. We just got a word from Christina that they're going to they're going to do a 21 anniversary for a few nights at the O2, and Dougie has been talking about it on their Discord. And yes, we too hope they record and stream it for sure. Yeah, so that'd be a great one to react to. Keep us posted, folks. Keep us posted. Okay,
keep us posted. Yeah. All right, thanks everybody for joining us for that, and check out our extensive library of reactions to Mcfly. We have quite a few, and we'll see you on the next one.